Hi, my name is Kirsten Plotkin. Today I want to answer some questions. I hope they're the ones you've been wanting to ask. Why did I write a book on carbohydrate addiction? First, my age. I'm a healthy 69 with a past weight problem. I've had a lot of time to learn things other people either don't know or are not prepared to tell you. I've learned a lot from history and from events that began about 40 years ago. So with everything I knew, how could I let it happen to me? How could I spend 20 years being overweight, frozen in indecision and hopelessness? My mistake was to listen to experts when what I call my innate bull dust barometer was screaming at me, "This is all wrong." Could it be that my mistakes are also your mistakes? You see, I listened to the wrong people till it was almost too late. They were the experts. Most other people listened to them with reverence. It seemed far-fetched that I could be right and they could be so wrong. Why did it take me 20 years to act? Like you, I wanted to believe these people. What they said sounded so clever. It was fresh and modern. I was seduced by words like green and healthy diets, calories and complex carbs. I lost my way and forgot what I'd always known. Anyway, surely they knew better than me. What finally brought me to my senses? One of the benefits of growing older is you become a skeptic. You can look down your telescope and see how it was before. You've had time to learn that it's not what people claim. It's where their claims originate and what they're based on. You begin to realize that experts do not always know more than you do. Why is what I know more true than what they know? I know how it all began. I know who started it. I even know why obesity and carbohydrate addiction are epidemic today. When we hear the words carbohydrate addicts, it's always in the context of the right diet. What it should be about is the addiction. Till that changes, nothing's going to change. How can I be so sure I'm right? Let me ask you this. When you think of other addictions like tobacco and alcohol, is it to find a way to live with the addiction? Surely our goal is to cure the addiction and to live without the substance. That rule does not apply to carbohydrate addiction. When we think of carbohydrate addiction, we search for a diet that can accommodate our cravings. The word addiction does not enter into that equation. Why do people skirt the subject of carbohydrate addiction? In the past, it was customary for people to skirt around the subject of tobacco addiction. That's because for a long time, people were not truly convinced that it was even a genuine addiction. Why was that? There were too many experts and corporations producing their own research to prove it was safe to smoke. As always, we listened to the message we wanted to hear. That's how addiction works and how the experts manipulate us. How important is carbohydrate addiction compared to others? Any addiction is just that. The only difference is the substance to which you've become addicted. The moment somebody puts focus on the word addiction, rightly the question should be, how do we cure it? This is where the real problem begins. Why a problem? It's not that it becomes a big problem to people like us, the addicts. It becomes a huge problem to all those vested interests who profit from our addiction. Just as the tobacco industry discovered, once an addiction is officially diagnosed, the pressure is on for a cure. What can you expect to learn from me? I'll show you how we all got addicted, what caused it, and why it continues to this day. Unless you know that, you will never be completely ready to cure your addiction. And yes, you will be able to cure the addiction and lose the weight for good. What kind of life will you have if you follow my book? The first thing you'll notice is that your weight will drop off without you dieting. Then you'll realize that the cravings are gone and you no longer feel hungry between meals. Foods will no longer consume your thoughts. So what should you do right now? Finally, visit the blog, as you'll see there. There you'll find articles and videos with lots of information. You can also download the free mini manual that will answer some more questions. If you do that, you'll get special concessions when the book is launched. I just want to thank you all for listening.